Welcome back to Houston Newsmakers. By the way, we're going to do a Newsmakers Extra. Congressman Brady and I, we get together. We know we need 3 hours.
We always do.
So we'll do the next 2 hours on. It's not going to be that long, but we'll do another extra Newsmakers Extra. We're going to continue to talk a little bit more about the activity as it relates to the impeachment conversations and maybe the shadow foreign policy. Giuliani, we'll maybe talk about that too as well on Newsmakers Extra on clicktohouston.com. Let's talk about health care. Initially, Republicans really were gung-ho about repealing and replacing. That didn't happen. But what are your concerns and what's your focus going forward for putting some health care into place that the American people are really going to want and need going forward?
So look, I'm not a fan of the Affordable Care Act. I don't think it's sustainable. I am pleased that for 2 years in a row, under President Trump, prices have gone down in the Affordable Care Act plans, and for the Houston area, people have almost double the choices they had before. I think that at least helps provide some relief, but we need to move on in a big way, and I think there's two areas we can find common ground. Again, impeachment tends to destroy everything. We are trying to protect, work on ending surprise medical bills, which people get when they go to the emergency room, or even for planned procedures they have. The second one is, I'm convinced we can find common ground on lowering drug prices in America. This is something, certainly on Ways and Means Committee, Republicans, Democrats have spent most of the year trying to find common ground. We've got some work to do in that area, but I think it'd be great for people to frankly have lower out-of-pocket costs, never worry about that $2,000 or $3,000 extra bill that they get that they can't afford. You know, I think rather than impeachment, I think these are the problems we need to be solving.
So you never came around to saying, well, okay, some of that Affordable Care Act, maybe we could just change some of this and make it better. You never came around to that?
So I didn't, mainly because I think it's unsustainable over time. It focuses on fewer and fewer Americans. It didn't focus on affordability, which I really think is the reason people don't have health care in Texas. We have as many people who couldn't use the Affordable Care Act that actually got on it. So I just think the design was always flawed.
And politics got in the way of that too, because Medicaid expansion and those kinds of things that would have helped make that more efficient was blocked by Republican governors around the world. So
every state has to decide how they fund it. And for a lot of states, Medicaid is already eating up their education budget, their infrastructure budget, their, healthcare budgets. And so I think Texas had to make a decision on where their dollars were best used.
It's one of those things where you wish that somehow or another people would say, let's try something here in the middle and let it go. But it was always being chipped at from every side about the politics of it. But what happened to the low-hanging fruit of infrastructure? Is that still out there? I mean, because that's something that seems like everybody would say, we need this.
It is, and again, another promise that I think, one, President Trump certainly wants to do this. Republicans do. I believe sincerely Democrats do. The problem, again, impeachment is it drives away everything up in Congress. For example, Democrats have issued more subpoenas in the investigation than have passed laws to the president, including post office naming. My point is this. We've got to set aside some of the impeachment waste of time and really focus on things like immigration solutions, infrastructure, surprise medical bills. We're capable of finding solutions.
We're going to talk more about that. I want to double back and talk about that because you keep saying impeachment is getting in the way of everything. We're going to talk more about that. Newsmakers Extra, we're going to do that, by the way.